sure. That is a lot. Look at you.
Look at you.
You're doing big things.
We're live.
All right, we're recording.
Yeah, we're recording.
We're live. We're recording.
Alex.
Where's the live stream?
Alex, what did you want to be known as? What was your pseudonym?
Alex Scagz.
Because this is about coming out of the mushroom closet and sharing your stories so
True.
that everyone else does.
Stories.
No bullshit, all right?
All right.
My headphones aren't working, PS, but
so,
that's
so
okay.
you're like, where's you're like I was gonna send me the live stream, and I'm like, should I post this?
Right.
Is this really something I should post?
Oh man, I've never seen you so uncomfortable before in all of our encounters.
But send me the
I
live
thought you
stream.
would be. You know who we just spoke to, Alex?
Send me the live stream. Send me the live stream though.
I just texted it to you on WhatsApp. Check it out. It's twitch.tv/UnrealJohnson.
Are we live on Twitch right now?
Yeah, we're live on Twitch right now.
Hey, Twitch, what's going on? You guys good?
You guys like mushrooms?
Thanks for taking a break from your Call of Duty. That's what they play nowadays, right? What is it, Fortnite? What do they play?
Apex. They're playing Apex.
Apex they play?
Yeah.
What happened to Fortnite?
Fortnite?
It's
I don't
done?
know. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. I think they're still doing that too.
So they're playing Apex right now. All right, guys. Thanks for taking a break from Apex. What's Apex about?
Apex?
Yeah.
Apex Legends. It's battle royale, squads of 3, with different unique characters that have abilities, but they're on the level. They're all balanced.
All right, it's too complicated.
And you fight each other until the last man wins. That's it. It's very simple.
Yeah, the games are getting way too complicated.
It's too much.
Right? It's getting way too much, man.
So what should I say when this post? I'm gonna post the live stream. I'm gonna say, so I guess I'm going on this podcast.
Hey, I'm gonna be
Come on this journey with me while I share my mushroom stories.
Just right. I'm coming out of the closet.
About my mushrooms.
That's a brilliant idea. That's marketing.
Just right that.
Colin just got promoted to our lead marketer.
With that statement.
That would be perfect.
Should I say that?
Yeah, man, go ahead. Why not? We're all here.
I mean, someone has to share it,
right? True. I'll share it next
time. So yeah, Alex. I was just gonna say our previous guest was a wonderful lady who is about our mom's age, and she did like 10 grams of mushrooms and told us all about that experience. No holds barred or no bars hold. I don't know how you say it,
bro.
But she told us everything.
Bro, she's 50. She's 53, I believe she said. Bro, she by accident took 8 grams of mushrooms. She thought it was gonna be like 3 or 2, and she took 8.
But not just by herself, with her husband and her son.
They all took 8?
They all took it.
Yeah, man. No, man. Husband took 10. Son took around 10 too.
How do you fuck this up?
They didn't press tear on the scale. They didn't press it.
Oh my
so
god.
They just went. They went hard.
They went ham, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so we're
so you shouldn't be shy because no one else is.
So we're here with Alex.
The times have changed.
Alex Scagz? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
All right, I'm here with Alex Scagz.
Oh yeah.
And,
I am finishing up this post.
This is the shot that we like. This is it.
Hey guys.
No, you're waving.
Oh yeah. Hey guys. I'm gonna start modeling.
This is new for us.
Hey. Yeah. I look so good in this shot.
Alright, I posted it. Fuck it.
Oh, sick. Wow. Look at this guy.
Fuck it.
That's how you have to be sometimes, man. You gotta let your true self out.
Brave.
The thing is like, what I've started to realize is you have to get your name out there. You have to do stupid stuff, and and people are like, oh yeah, that guy's doing stupid stuff. I don't know watch.
And that's what the show's all about.
Yeah, I was gonna say you came to the right place, sir. We got some stupid stuff in mind.
Oh man.
But psilocybin, man, psilocybin. That's what we're here to talk about, and I just want to start this conversation off. What is your opinion on psilocybin and its use?
My opinion, I like it. I like psilocybin because it's natural.
Okay.
Like acid's just too I don't know. It's too I feel like acid's very I mean, it's like it's created. I feel like it's artificial. I feel like the trips are weird compared to like mushrooms and psilocybin.
Okay. So you're for psilocybin use.
Yeah, actually, I like it a lot more than anything else.
Shocking.
Why? What about you guys?
Oh man, I like mushrooms so much that I was like, man, I gotta start a podcast about mushrooms.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Yeah.
I think the first time or the second time I met Mike, I think he was eating mushrooms.
Yeah, that's yeah. You're not the only one with that story, actually.
Yeah, no. It was in Miami. Were you eating mushrooms then, or was it in Vegas?
Oh man, I honestly can't remember. But there was a good chance I was microdosing in Miami.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's amazing, man. So yeah, let's get into
everything
it.
Allegedly?
Yes.
Yeah, from here on forward, so we don't have to like say it every time.
Oh no, I'm gonna say it. You gotta cover yourself.
Actually, if you don't say where you did the mushrooms, then they don't know where to prosecute you. So just keep out the location.
That's true, and I'm actually really upset.
I think
because, and I'm gonna ask this question to you, and I forgot to ask our last guest because it's a really important question that I like to ask everybody. Do you prefer Unreal Johnson or Mycadelic Johnson? Which name do you prefer?
I think it's going to be Unreal Johnson.
Oh,
wow. We have a winner.
How much is he paying? He's going to send you like, what, 5 Bitcoins to say that? Is that what's happening? You paying people now, Mike?
I'll my address.
Damn. You win this one, Mike. You won. Boy. Sorry. Had to derail things like that for a second.
That was derailing.
But psilocybin, man, I want to know about your first time doing it and what that was like.
How old were you guys when you first allegedly did psilocybin?
I was 14 years old.
And
14?
And I was 20. I think I was about 21. Yeah, 21 or 22.
I was like, I think I got it. I think it had to be like, I think it was like around 15, 16.
Huh. Right in the middle.
16. I think it was 16. Maybe 15. Oh, right at the end.
Wow. How did that come about? How did you get the mushrooms?
Sure. Some guy in the parking lot at a 7-Eleven.
Oh man, enough said.
Everybody's dream. They were all stems.
Tell us about. Did you do it with friends or did you do it like alone?
No. With two friends. Yeah,
right.
2 good friends.
Right on. Was it like at someone's house or like was it in the park? Was it a meaningful experience?
We started at a house and we started watching cartoons and like, you know, we spent an hour and then we're like, are we feeling it? Are we not feeling it? Yeah, maybe we're feeling it. And like kind of, you know, we got that antsy feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
You get that, but you don't really know what's going on. You're just like what's, and then we're like, and we're in his basement and he's got a huge 100-inch, you know, projector screen, nice speakers, and a pool table, but then we got so antsy and kind of like, and his parents were home upstairs, so we were like, all right, we got to get out of here.
Right. Open it up a little bit.
It's the middle of winter, like snow on the ground, you know, so it's fucking cold. So we bundle up, and we go, and we needed weed.
Of course.
We had nothing to smoke, and we were like, we need to smoke. Like, you know, smoking will make us trip, you know. And like we were like looking back on it, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we were feeling it, but like still at this point, I was like, you know, I don't know if I feel anything. You know what I mean?
You're expecting something more.
Yeah, exactly. And so we called this kid. No, we're not allowed to use names, right?
Well, you don't have to say his name.
There's no reason for that.
Yeah.
Unless he's coming on the show. Unless you're bringing him.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, is it okay? Is it legal? Like, legally, am I allowed to talk to this?
So
person?
no, you don't. If in terms of a legal like friend standpoint, don't bother saying the guy who gave you weed or the people who you did it with or anything.
He didn't give us. He just smoked with us. He was a friend. Like he's a friend. Whatever. I guess I won't do that.
Yeah.
Still deciding.
Nah. I mean, fuck it. Like, can I like?
You can if you want, but you don't have to.
Just first names. Okay. First, give us first names.
I was with my boy Grayson and Ben. Grayson, a fucking homie. He actually passed away.
Oh man.
Homie. But these are like friends from like second grade on, you know.
True.
And then my friend Mike, you know, we call him Mike. We're like, yo, come meet us at the cemetery. So now it's the middle of winter, like snow everywhere. We're meeting at the cemetery, and behind the cemetery is this creek, and it's you know it's like you always play at it, when like growing up, you know, we always played in it, like catching crayfish and everything, and so like we go down to the ravine behind the cemetery, and the creek's frozen over, and so we're walking on the creek. You know, why not?
Yeah.
And it's pretty sick. It's ice. Like you know, you look down, it cracks a bit.
Jesus.
But and then we just sat in this circle.
On the ice?
Yeah, in the ice.
Okay.
We smoked like a good eighth to a quarter of weed just in bowls.
Wow. That makes sense though, yeah.
Yeah, I love smoking weed when I'm on mushrooms. It just kind of like brings me down.
Levels, exactly.
Levels you out. It's sort of like you start the trip over almost. Like you're getting high, things are feeling a little antsy, and then you rip like a nice little bowl, and then it's just like it starts over. You get a little mini reset.
Yeah, so you gotta always just smoke some weed. Like you know.
Also, the lung power that you have while high on mushrooms. I don't know what you've experienced, but I feel like I could breathe in for like 5 minutes straight. Like not actually, but for like I have more lung capacity than normal when I'm high on mushrooms versus when I'm not. I've noticed that it feels that way.
It's probably true.
It's probably true.
So you guys sat in a circle, smoked a quarter of weed. What were you feeling? What were you guys going through? Like,
well, so that's when I first like I first really started. Like I noticed, like, you know, like, because we're in a circle and we're just all laughing hysterically, and like my friends' faces like look extra big and like cartoony almost, and like, you know, like not like it's like what people think is like, oh, like you like saw cartoons. No, if you don't see cartoons, it's just like your perceptions change.
Yeah.
Of what I'm seeing. So like it's not, but like, yeah. So like when we're in the circle, and we're smoking, and everybody's face is just like that's like all I could see.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't anything else. You know what I mean? Like everything else was kind of like we're just talking, and going. We sat out there for like 2-3 hours. And you know, of course, I'm like a dumbass, and I don't have a hat, and I'm wearing this coat that's like not that thick, and so I'm like I didn't notice, like, because I'm tripping, but I noticed like later when I was like freezing fucking cold.
Yeah.
And I had the worst headache. Like I didn't know if it was the mushrooms or the cold, so it kind of that kind of scared me.
Was this afterwards?
Yeah, a little bit afterwards. I mean, I was like definitely like on the way down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's hard to tell. I would say it's the cold. If you're like, because you sound like you're like me. You barely wear anything, even though it's freezing. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. And sometimes it's not the greatest idea. Especially when you're on mushrooms. Me and Mike did that same thing one time. We were high, and we were like, we should go outside. And we went outside, and it was cold. And right away, as soon as we went outside, we're like, yo, it's really cold. I'm like, yeah, it's too cold to be out here.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah. And then I think we stood there for like maybe 10 minutes. And I think you left.
Oh man,
You went home, and then I just went back inside.
oh my god, yeah, for sure.
It was so stupid.
I'm not a fan of the cold. I remember there's times where I've opened the door and you're just like, close the door. It's cold. I'm like, oh man, is it? Or like even with sound, like you play music and it's just like, oh, like is that loud? It's like, yeah, that's really loud actually. Like, oh, sorry.
So man, that was when you were 15, first timer.
Oh, yeah, it was sick.
So what was?
What?
I was gonna say. Well, what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
Say, and then we went to Tim Hortons.
This guy's amazing.
And then like I just remember like I couldn't order.
Of course.
None of my friends could order, so we all sat down at this table, and one friend's like, "All right, I can do it."
Oh my god, that reminds me of a time I'm gonna share after this.
Jeez. So
he goes up to the counter and like is just ordering, and like looks back at us, and like we're just all laughing our asses off. He just breaks out laughing, and we ate our ice cap.
Oh, you guys got it. You got your food.
And my friend couldn't eat the bagel because like it was too dry and he couldn't swallow it. Like
yeah, I
the
know.
Mushrooms.
I know exactly what he's going through. That's
Right?
I once ordered a taxi while I was like pretty high on mushrooms.
yeah.
5 grams. And me and my buddy, we went through a McDonald's drive-through with that taxi. And that was a very difficult situation.
Yeah,
but we made it through, and we got our McDonald's, and we got home safely. I don't have much else to share about that.
How'd the taxi? What the taxi guy say?
You know, he just thought we were a couple of weirdos. I think it's somewhat common that people will take a cab to order McDonald's. Like it's happened. It's not like new for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that part wasn't weird, but the part that we were on mushrooms was like a little weird. We were probably just acting very awkward and very like.
That's the beautiful thing about mushrooms. He probably thought you guys were just high.
Yeah, just high.
Like, oh, these guys have smoked a lot of weed.
Yeah,
Now they're high.
and which we were also, smoking weed for sure.
There you go, right?
So,
all good.
We're doing it all.
good times.
Okay.
My favorite time to smoke weed when I'm tripping is like right when I come down, like right at the end.
Oh yeah.
And I drink a coffee. And I smoke a split. And it's fucking great.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I love smoking weed when I'm.
I actually haven't tripped in a long time though.
So, what was your like?
Well, no, I'll take some mushrooms here and there, like a gram and a half, and just kind of like lightly trip, and feels good.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you ever done like more than 5 grams yourself?
No, I haven't. The most I've done is like 3.5, 4 maybe.
Right on, but you have done like other.
The first time I ever did it, I did 3.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
That's a good amount.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid.
Well,
I was gonna ask, so
done
you've dabbled with like other like plant medicines, like DMT and stuff like that, no?
Yeah. I've done that one. That one I've done. I haven't done the ayahuasca or it's ibogaine.
Right on.
Ibogaine. I really want to do ibogaine.
I've never tried DMT.
I heard it's fucked up.
Well, you know what? If you want to quit smoking weed, because that's what that's what I'm thinking of taking it for too. That's the thing. That will do it. That will do the trick. If you're ready to never smoke again.
I do need to. I need to quit smoking weed. No, I'm like, fuck. It's just like I smoke so much weed. Like, the reality is I smoked, for 16 years, 15 years of my life, 16 years of my life, like nonstop. It's like fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Like you just smoke and smoke and smoke.
Yeah, man. Hey, me too. Been smoking for how many years? I don't even know.
A year,
I always kind of wish I had a montage of like all the bong hits that I've taken, like in a row. But it would take too long to watch now. Like I used to wish that, but now I'm just like, dude,
that'd
too
be
crazy.
Silly. That'd just be dumb.
It's too crazy now.
That would be like watching that channel where you just watch like a fireplace going.
Yeah.
You're just sitting
watching
there.
the bowl on a GIF.
Yeah.
Man. Yo, so can you tell us about your DMT experience? I'm curious. What was that like? Did you do the 3-hitter like properly, like I hear, or like I've never done it before? I don't know anything.
You've never done DMT?
No, man. You keep telling me to come out and try it, though. I know you've invited.
Allegedly.
Allegedly invited you. I don't know what you're talking about. No.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, I mean, I took it, and I've taken it a couple times. I've really actually only blasted off once. It was really weird. I went to the alien, the alien dimension.
Yeah.
They showed me their world, and like took me through their world. I was like being like sneakily like hidden through the world, and shown. And then like they're coming, and then they kicked me out a hole, and they told me like it was weird as they like told me like, oh, like don't ever come back or you'll never be able to come back or something. Or they're like, don't ever come back. And I'm like, since then I've done it. Like that was the first time I ever really did it. But since then I've done it, and I've just never been actually able to break through again. Now, granted, I haven't. Maybe I could try harder.
You can always try harder.
You did mention you were lazy.
But, yeah, I did what?
I said you did mention that you were lazy. You said you could try harder.
Yeah, I did do DMT. Like after that, though, I did it at a fish show.
Oh wow.
And that made it like it was like year 3020 fish concert. Like everything was just like future.
I've never been to a fish concert, but do you remember that time that we tried to go to a fish concert?
Yeah.
And we didn't get in. We were right at the gate. We walked for so long. Remember how big that freaking casino was? Wow. I was beside a fish concert.
Beside it.
Yeah. And then we went home.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a good mission.
Oh, that sucked.
We tried too. We
tried.
Like we went right up to the guys at the door, just tried getting pat down, see if we could just walk in.
Yeah, we gave it the good old try.
Wow.
Like good looks.
Oh man, it would have been so sweet to get in there. You would have missed your flight for sure.
I think I did end up missing my flight.
Yeah.
I ended up missing my flight, and there was a Disco Biscuits concert.
That's
Man,
I went to that.
So DMT, you went to this alien realm. What's that realm like? What's it like there? What did you see before they kicked you out?
The DMT is more. I don't know. It's different. It's everybody has different experiences. Like the realm, it's hard to say. It's not like. Oh.
Gotta give us something.
I have to give it something. I guess it's like.
What did you learn? Like, what was your takeaway at the very least?
I guess this. I guess I'm like. I'd rather not go so deep into the DMT, and I'd rather talk psilocybin.
Okay. Okay, I feel you.
It's not like. I don't know enough about it. I feel like to like be telling kids what to too much about it. To like even like be talking about it. I feel like there's other people who are better to talk about that. Where psilocybin, I've done plenty of that.
Oh, okay, perfect. Cool. Okay, so then let's jump into that. That's where I wanted to stay anyway. So we talked about your first time doing psilocybin, right? What was the next time? Like, how much did you do? What was that experience like?
Next time,
the next time you can remember.
I don't know. I think I did it at my house, and I bugged the fuck out. No, maybe that wasn't the next time. Was it?
That was DMT again. No.
Okay. No. So you said you bugged out?
Yeah, but there was one time I did like almost bug out.
Oh my god! What happened?
I couldn't break through, and it fucking it was weird. But whatever.
Hold on. So what happened with the bugging out on mushrooms? That story.
It was just like like I didn't know it was real. I weirdly didn't know it was like real world or like you know like somebody handed me a cigarette and I thought the cigarette was fake.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like my salvia trip, where like it's
I've done salvia.
It's like the walls are falling down around you. It's like everything you thought was true isn't true, and then you're like, okay, what's the real world? And then you're like ready to see it, and then you come back or something. I don't even know what to say.
No,
not that.
I never got that far in salvia.
What was your salvia trip like?
I like my salvia trip.
Hold on, guys.
We're off the rails.
You guys are bouncing around a lot. That time that you almost bugged out on mushrooms. Tell us about that time.
So it was at my house, and I hope my parents are listening.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But like it was just I don't know if I like think tripping in your family home is always the best idea.
Yeah. Was everybody home?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was just us.
Oh, okay.
It was fine. But it's like a dark, like it's also like it's like an 18th century home, like like 1890. It was 1880 built. It's like all old and creaky.
Oh shit.
So like, but then there's a new addition on the house, and the new addition, like, you know, it feels good. But then then like parts of the other house are like just dark and like eerie.
So is that what made you bug out?
I think so. I think it was one of the first times that, like, I realized, you know, how a setting can influence people's, you know, emotions so much. And you don't necessarily notice it like when you're not tripping, but like if you're you know, if you're sober and, you know, the feng shui is off, like you might not consciously notice it, but subconsciously you're feeling it. So, you know, it's a good yeah, so like different places give different vibes, you know, and it creates individuals.
Holy shit. So like energetically you were like feeling much better in the newer space than into the old crinkly quote unquote space of the
exactly. It's just like it's old Victorian, you know, it's an old Victorian big like mansion, like tall ceilings, which I love tall ceilings, but like you know, all wood floors that creak, you know, the stairs creak, you know, a lot of dark like a dark trim, you know, so like it and it's not really well lit because it's not modern. You know, like we when we light stuff now, we light it like.
Yeah, back then they were depending on candles and shit.
Yeah, so it wasn't really set up for stuff like that. So.
That's pretty cool. So that all that together made you just like flip out, just like what happened?
I don't know. I just think like you get paranoid. Like I got paranoid. Like I got in my head. You know, I like it wasn't that bad. Like I came back too relatively quick. You know, like I just, you know, that was fine. But you know, I don't really remember what triggered it.
Well, it's probably the atmosphere, like you were saying, right?
Yeah, like but like, yeah, exactly. I guess that. I guess like, you know, I don't know. But yeah, but then I think like kind of what made me come out of it was that cigarette thing. I was like, fake cigarette, and I even lit it and tried smoking it. And then like I was like, fucking fake, like it's fake. And then I kind of realized like I'm making this shit up in my head.
Oh, okay.
You know, and a little bit after that, I was like, okay, I'm back to normal. When have you guys bugged out?
When have we bugged out? I bugged out before. I can't remember right now. I gotta think about it for a second.
I bugged out the first time I took psilocybin. I couldn't handle the things I was seeing. Everything was too vivid. saw Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I saw the lizard people in that movie, and that was like way too much. It was just like, it was like exactly what you were saying with the ambiance. It was like in that scene of that movie changed the whole ambiance of like my reality. It made everything dark, and like I was like, holy fuck, I can't handle this. And me and my friend were laying on a bed, and we repeatedly started yelling, put real people on the screen. We want real people on the screen. And we were like protesting it. We weren't just like saying it like, hey man, but we were like, real people now. We want real people on the screen. I need to see a real person. We were like flipping out about it. And that was the first time I did mushrooms. And then we had a grass fight. We went upstairs into the guy's backyard, and we threw grass at each other. So it went up and down, you know, it goes in waves.
Man, I did a few grams, and then I just went to like a house party with my buddy, and like he also did a few grams, so that was good. But like no one else at the party did any mushrooms or knew that we did mushrooms. So we show up, and it's not even the type of people to party in that way, let's say. So yeah, it ended up being a very like awkward experience, because I felt like everyone was looking at me, and I was kind of bugging out a little. I was in high school. I don't know, maybe grade 10. I can't remember.
Yeah, and everybody's like still like, oh, smoking weed's bad.
True.
True. Yeah. So that's the crew I went to. They were like the smoking weed's bad crew, and we were on mushrooms with that crew.
You were like the degenerate. Like everybody like looks at you like.
Yeah. That's what it felt like, even whether they were or weren't. But
I remember I smoked weed. I smoked weed before anybody else did, and they're like.
Yeah,
and we kept it hush for like a couple of years.
Yeah,
until everybody else started smoking. They're like, all right, this isn't that bad.
I smoked weed with Ariel for the first time, and my friend Ryan.
Which Ryan?
First timers. Mr.
Actually, no, don't even say it. Well, yeah, say it. Fuck it.
It doesn't matter.
Which Ryan? The white Ryan?
We were children.
The white Ryan or the brown Ryan?
The white rhino.
Okay.
The white rhino, we call him.
Okay. That's not.
but it was with them in like in the park, in like the little like in the sand pit, but like in the treehouse thing. And then we went back to school, and man, I was so high. It was grade 7. It was grade 7. We were in grade 7, smoking weed for the first time at lunch, not after school.
I was with you.
I can't remember. I thought Johnny was the third, and it was
Johnny.
Just the 4 of us.
It was
Johnny, Ariel.
Because unless they have more than one first time with these guys, because it's me, Johnny, Ariel.
It was my first time. So wait, they were all heavily experienced at this point. Grade 7. Don't even. Yeah, I was the noob. I was like I was being recruited into the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I never tried it again for another whole year.
Wow, that's crazy. That's nuts.
You know it for your first time?
It was an interesting experience, but I really started smoking in grade like 10. That's when I picked it up. It's been since then, basically, more or less. A couple little.
Picked it up like a running back, bro. He's just been running with it the whole time, making touchdowns, doing everything with marijuana. This guy doesn't have to take a break, doesn't have to slow down. He's amazing. Your body handles your endocrine system, whatever it's called. Yours works amazingly.
Lock down.
Your cannabinoid system, yours is fucking tip top shape.
Some people were just born for this.
I've been working on mine.
It's hard, man. I can't even get mine revved up anymore. Get high off of nothing now.
I know, right?
So, like, what? You said you've done psilocybin a bunch of times. So, like...
Oh, I remember my second time.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. It was, we ate another 8. Actually, no, we didn't. We ate 2 grams. And, but it was fire mushrooms. Like, the mushrooms were just as good as the first time we ate an 8.
Yeah.
And, we're at my friend's house, and... Like it was the winter again too, which is kind of cool. Like we've tripped a couple times in the winter. But you go through the snow. Like my friend's backyard was like a pond, but it wasn't a pond. It was just flooded. But then it refroze, and we went on it. And we were like ice skating, and I don't know, with these ice stories.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where did you grow up?
I mean. That's a place. Like we can't do places.
Where did you allegedly grow
True.
up?
Yeah.
Allegedly,
True.
Somewhere
I grew up
cold.
right below Toronto.
Yeah, there you
On
go.
the
okay.
American border.
Okay, I get you.
Buffalo.
Mayday.
Fuck.
That's good.
So that was the second time, but you've done it a bunch of times. Like, what's the most you've ever taken?
Yeah, just
Half quarter?
4 grams.
Okay, sick. So what's like the craziest experience you've ever had? Like visuals, like just all out trip out.
I used to take a lot of acid.
Oh, the acid is what did it. It's not even
boy.
psilocybin.
A lot of acid.
So what? Like when you take mushrooms, you're like having like a good time. It's a fun time, but like when you really go into like a trip out space, it's usually like with acid or DMT.
I don't know. I think that like it's not really my intention to be tripped out.
Yeah.
My intention's kind of like to be a little wilder, I guess. Be a little like be a little looser. You know, who knows? Go on a journey, like yeah, go on a journey.
True.
Like I like adventures. So every time I dream, it's always an adventure. Unless I'm sick, and then it's fucking a nightmare.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
I love journey dreams. They're so like I always try to go back to sleep when you get out of it. You're like, fuck, I'm not finished that one. I gotta just do me a little bit more.
I've had that.
Yeah.
I've definitely had that.
I get a lot of those. I've gotten a lot of those recently. It's always like a whole different person in my life, and it's a whole journey, and it's like they're on a plane or in a mountain or some crazy stuff's going on. Yeah.
That's my problem. I just want to stay sleeping because I always have these crazy sick adventures.
That's why you got your eyes halfway closed. You're ready to go to. You're ready to sleep anytime. Anytime. He's ready to go. As soon as we shut off this podcast, he's gonna take a nap.
Yo, that's so crazy that you guys are talking about having dreams with all the weed you smoke. They usually say that takes your dreams away.
I guess for a long time it did, but I don't know. I don't know what to say. I think the microdosing might counteract that.
Maybe.
I have no idea.
Maybe.
I've always had dreams.
Really?
The only time I stopped having dreams was like when I was really bad into like
Other shit?
drugs.
Yeah. Oh, man. So you know what that means? You should definitely quit smoking weed. Just for like 2 weeks. And here's your motivation. Your dreams are going to get 50 times better. Like, no joke. They're going to get really vivid. You're going to have more control. Like if you're getting this high and then still having dreams, that's not a normal thing. You can look into it. Bro, to smoke. If you smoke one joint in a day, that should take away your ability to have a dream.
I don't know. I've never really like. I've never not had intense dreams, I guess.
That's fine. Yeah, you should take a break. I'm telling you, man, you'll have a crazy dream. It'll be crazy. It'll be the craziest dream you've ever had if you quit smoking for like a week. Give it like a week. That's all you need.
I mean, yeah, I'm down. I really just need to quit smoking weed, so I maybe work out on this quarantine.
Try it, man.
Right?
This guy's goals.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I've been working. Don't get me wrong. I still get a lot of shit done.
Obviously, yeah. Of course.
But you know, sometimes you got to be more productive. You know.
Yeah, there's always more. Like you never know.
I can't like this gut. Like how.
We should maybe while you're all cooped up, you should do a big mushroom trip.
Ooh.
You know, you got nothing else going on.
7 grams.
and then report back.
I get 7 grammer.
Bro, that would be something, bro.
My friend, he ate 21 grams.
Oh wow.
Fresh or dry?
Where's he?
Dry.
Was it dry?
Yeah,
so
no, but now
scary.
he's like
It's like a kaleidoscope.
super. Yeah, no, all he does is share fucking those like transformational memes, like the chakras.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Sure.
Like,
Oh man, he's transcended.
6 a day.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
transcended for sure.
He's transcended.
Yeah.
definitely put us in touch with that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to hear that story.
Get him on the
Yeah.
phone.
I should have came on here with like a mask, like a black mask.
Oh man.
So what else? What else have you done with psilocybin? So you've only done a half quarter, 4 grams. You haven't
Yeah,
had too
let's
many
see.
dark experiences.
You know, something I would love to do that I've never actually done. I've never tripped by myself. That would be interesting.
No way.
You've never done it alone?
Oh wow.
I'm
Good.
like I'm very social.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
know,
like, whenever I'm like, oh, let's trip, like I'm like tripping with somebody.
you know what? And I don't know. Maybe you can attest to it too. I think 3 grams with friends is like way different than 3 grams alone.
Why? What do you mean?
I just feel like the experience is a lot different when you don't have any of your friends to bounce things off of, and you don't have any of your friends to like pick up your emotional state
To bring you back to reality.
Yeah, you kind of just like go through what you're intended to go through, like in that experience, you know, when you're by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's I haven't done it, so technically I can't really speak on it. But
Well, you can speak
I
on your
feel like
thoughts
when
of
you're
it.
by yourself, you're you have to deal with yourself.
Yes, that's a better way of putting it. Yeah.
So you know, you have to like you know, if you take 21 grams. I mean, he's I shouldn't say this, but he said he's like I pissed myself.
Oh man. Yeah, like what is the bathroom like? What is
Yeah, how are you going to the bathroom?
that
in
does
state?
that's just a
Someone would have to carry you.
oh man.
Like, there's
But
no way.
like I feel like at a certain point you just gotta like sit there and just handle it. Like and zone out. Like you know, what else are you gonna do?
Yep.
It always like you know, like freaks me out, like you know, if you do get dosed that high or something, like, you know, somebody doses like,
drink
you know,
or something.
like 100 hits, 1,000 hits. Like, what do you do? How do you handle it? Like, well, first you find Xanax as much as you can before you fucking start tripping really hard.
Oh my god.
I never say find prescription pills, but unless you're tripping, landing gear is like, you know, I say it to help people, honestly. It's like,
I said
you know,
landing gear.
if
We're
you're
not
tripping
condoning
too
taking
hard,
Xanax to come
find
down from
Xanax
mushrooms.
and fucking capuche. Like, you know, you cancel it out, you feel a lot better.
Jesus.
Have you ever?
No, you
what?
know what? You know what
That's a
you
myth.
You know what you actually do if that happens. You're supposed to you just gotta sit down and just close your eyes or not and just chill or watch something that's funny to you.
I don't know, man.
Keep your spirits up.
No need for Xanax. Just you know, go into a different room.
Yeah. You want to come out of your mushroom trips with insights, not addictions.
Well, no. There is like I'm not like honest. I hate Xanax. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Xanax is the worst. Like, don't get me wrong here.
It's true.
Like, it really is. Like, you know, I've had friends that have used a lot of it.
Yeah, same.
You know, so like I know, like, you know, I'm not saying like turn to Xanax every time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no,
Yeah.
but like sometimes when people are tripping, fucking bugging the fuck out, you know, like don't know where they are, you know, a little landing gear can
Landing gear. I love that.
Like,
That's a good wow.
People used to use niacin as landing gear.
Really?
That's what Paul said.
Really?
Paul Stamets.
Oh.
He said that in the 60s they used to take niacin to come down from a mushroom trip. Though he postulates though that it does the opposite. It actually enhances
Yeah, that's what I would think.
that it enhances the effectiveness. So I'm not I think it's just a placebo if you're feeling like you're coming down. But it just begs the question of like how easy it is to actually come down without needing an aid. If you want to have your own landing gear, you probably have that will, at least to an extent.
Man, there's no need to stop a mushroom trip. Let me tell you guys something, okay? That's like having sex with a beautiful lady, and you're like, how do I stop this? It's like, just finish it up, man. Don't worry about how you stop it. Just go through it.
It's too much. I don't know what I got myself into. She's a little heavier than I expected. What do I do?
I love this far too much. What do I do?
That reminds me of this guy. His name's Shocky from college. Like,
Alex with the names.
I got so many friends with names like Peas, Tarzan.
Yeah, so many friends with names.
He's like I was like, we smoked so many fucking blunts. I was like, oh, I'm good. He's like, you're never too high, man. You're good. You'll be fine.
Wow. So that was your marijuana
like,
mentor.
You never smoked too much weed.
Wow. So he's like your Obi-Wan Kenobi, basically.
No.
Taught you everything you know.
Just the situations just stuck in my head.
What's your like favorite like thing about taking psilocybin? Your most favorite about it? What do you like about it?
I guess like I like laughing.
You like laughing?
Yeah, why not? It's fun. You know, when you get in a good group of people and everybody's kind of like on psilocybin, you know, and it's like you're really vibing, and you know, everything's funny, and like you almost like you cry from laughter.
True.
Yeah.
So it's like even more so than laughter, you like human connection, like your friends.
I'm all about it. Let's human connect.
True.
Around the whole world.
True. Hey man, when's the next coinvention?
Yeah, I mean about that.
Yeah, right. Is it at your house over Zoom live stream? We should do one. You should get all the speakers and then invite a whole bunch of people.
Yep, that's the way nowadays.
I think I'm gonna honestly.
We can call it e-coinvention.
It's not a bad idea.
Right? Yo, here I am. This is a business. This is a business meeting.
This is the time we need to be educating people and getting them to buy Bitcoin so the Ponzi scheme can continue and I can make more money.
Revealed here first.
Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love Bitcoin. No, but now is the time to have Bitcoin. To advertise to people. Like this is the perfect time because the inflation that's going to happen. The amount of money that's being moved in our government and being printed is wild. We're only going to see, who knows what's going to come out of this, but I like the fact that Bitcoin is deflationary. I like the charts right now. I like the happening. I like it seems like a very, very safe bet.
Have you ever done mushrooms and thought about Bitcoin?
No.
It's a mind-blowing experience.
Tell me.
That's how I got into Bitcoin.
Tell me.
Yeah, that would be mind-blowing, right?
I read the white paper and I spent like a week researching, but then I did mushrooms. and I thought all about what I just learned about, and it just sort of like it puts down the borders that are in your mind, like the blockades that are in your head, and you're sort of more open-minded. So I remember back in like 2013, I'm trying to explain money and Bitcoin to like my friends and family, and they're like, "You make no sense," and I'm like, "But I make perfect sense." And like I'm like, part of the reasons I feel like I was so receptive to the whole idea of blockchain and Bitcoin was because I was doing mushrooms around the time that I was researching it, and it sort of gave me that open-mindedness to continue to delve deeper, and that's why we met, Alex.
Well,
wow,
I know that is
true.
What kind of walls do you think it tore down? Like what walls?
I guess I was referring to the open-mindedness. So it's less that for me, I was already an open person, but when you do mushrooms,
I guess the question is what was holding you back before you took mushrooms to fully accepting Bitcoin?
Well, that's the thing. It was all around the same time. So as soon as I heard about it, it took me about 3 days to go, oh, this is the future. So I was already on the level of like open-mindedness. But what I was going to say is I think when you ever seen that chart where it's like your brain on mushrooms and your brain not on mushrooms, and it's all the connections it makes when you're on mushrooms. So I think my brain was open in the sense that it was making connections that it wouldn't have otherwise made. So when I read this new content and this new idea, I was very receptive to it because of those connections that I was making. I was picking it up faster instead of being, and I think that alludes to the closed and open-mindedness. If you're closed-minded, you're making less connections. If you're open-minded, you're more connected. Maybe.
True.
Allegedly.
True.
Allegedly. So did I use it? Did I use it right?
There's not enough studies.
Except for this.
True. Oh yeah, it could have been on yourself. Oh man.
That's what I like psilocybin. I think it's changed me into a better person throughout like my usage. Like I don't want to speak for my mom, but like I feel like she like noticed changes in me.
True.
And maybe not such an angry. I wouldn't say I was necessarily angry, but I was like I was an energetic kid.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not so energetic, but like it made me more open to like feeling society rather than like living in society, I guess. Does that make sense? Like,
oh, so you got like taken out of like default mode. You weren't running on default anymore? Kind of like
yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would ever say I was ever running on default.
Yeah, not by the sounds of it.
But like I was always a little fucking troublemaker, and like I always questioned authority for what it is. But I guess it like makes it it makes you more understanding a little bit. It makes you a little bit see things a little bit differently, I guess. I don't know.
We were talking about how it sort of like widens your perspective. So you go through this like powerful trip where you bug out, but then you see like you get through it, and then you see like the good side of things, and it's like this huge wave and shift in emotions from negative to positive. And when you get through it and you realize it's all okay and everything's normal and everything's fine,
gonna be okay.
Now it's almost like you've experienced death and got through it and came out to the other side. So
that's why I'm like with this corona, I'm like, fuck it.
that expanding of your perspective really helps you be a better person and be nicer because of that widening of your lens, I guess you could say.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
Oh, dude, guys, look how ugly it is outside. Can you see it outside?
Is it ugly out there for you guys too? It's pretty damp around here too.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to get nice.
So you can not go outside?
Well, you can go in the backyard.
True, yeah, you got a nice backyard.
You can still enjoy the outdoors. We have a forest right next door, so we're really close.
You know what?
I have a forest 5 doors down from me.
That's pretty nice.
A big forest, yeah.
That's where you take your trips?
Well, I have yet to. Allegedly. Anything like this.
Can we build a tree house?
Yeah, we can.
He actually has the perfect tree for a tree house.
You should come out here. I have all the things you need, all the fixings. Get out here. We're just a stone's throw away, right?
We are.
You just have to wait just 18 months. 18 months, all this will be over, and we'll hang out.
Bring your pens. Yo,
I'm telling you, like, I am not staying still longer than, I don't know.
Have you decided? A month.
You
got a month in you, and then you're out. Yeah, you're out and about.
I'm out.
When was the last time you saw another person?
No, I mean,
Inhuman.
I mean, all the time.
You're like too much still.
Well, you're with your girl, right? Aren't you with your girlfriend like now?
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Hey, look at us. This isn't CGI, guys.
Yeah, right.
We're right beside each other.
And I'm gonna see my girlfriend after I'm done here.
What does she do? Who does she see?
Nobody. She's actually been really good about it. Actually.
Yeah.
Way better than I am. Because where she is, like, if we go for a walk, like in our area, like where we grew up, 60 people easily.
You're nobody.
Yeah, like, and where she is, she took a walk for literally 45 minutes and saw 2 people.
Oh wow!
And that's just like
Wow.
walking wherever, like just going wherever, and she saw like 2 people.
That's good.
So
That's a good area where no one wants to go
I feel
outside.
like people down here aren't giving too many shits.
yeah, I've been hearing on like social media that like you're in like New York isn't giving a fuck. New York's like, yeah, whatever, man. Fucking come with it.
Fuck
then.
you.
Allegedly.
If you're coming, come through the front door, you fuck.
Everybody in New York's like, if I fucking die, I die.
New York's already like, we're already in hell.
Oh man.
Yeah. New York's like, well, we're gonna fight through this.
Well, you know what? You guys got together. I remember everybody in New York getting together really well, and when SARS came around, and also after 9/11, you guys like really unified. So wouldn't see it happening any differently in this situation.
Sorry.
It's all right. People probably just thought we froze.
We all froze.
Yeah.
I got my phone's buzzing,
perfect.
yeah, I don't really remember the SARS too much. I guess it didn't like bug me. I wasn't in New York City. I don't live there. All I can say is that like I know people from like Brooklyn. I know people from Queens. I know people from like the Bronx and like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's a New York attitude.
There is.
There's a reason there's the most cases in New York right now.
True.
Do you know anyone who has a case right now that's been tested?
No, I don't.
That's tricky.
Do you?
No.
See, it's fake as shit, man.
All right, we're ending the podcast.
Wait,
Bam.
hold on.
Bam.
End it there.
I'm just kidding. We just end it right there.
I gotta explain my face.
This guy said it's fake as shit. All right, we're done here. Great guys. Hey, great time, guys. Bye.
No, I'm kidding.
No, that's cool. We have crazy ideas here. Did that just turn on? What
I
happened?
thought they were on.
That's
It's
weird.
Illuminati. See, the Illuminati's trying to
I was actually just gonna say that. They showed us through the lights.
Aliens are playing tricks with us.
That's so weird.
I was like, see, I'm kind of upset because I was excited for the apocalypse, but like I was hoping it'd be zombies or aliens.
Not as fun for you.
No, and this is like this. I can't even leave my fucking house.
Right? The real apocalypse.
Zombies. At least I'm like.
Yeah, right. You get to go kill people. This apocalypse, we all just turn into
zombies, not people.
Yeah, they are people, man. You got to remember that.
Little Freudian slip there.
When they once they find the cure to the zombies, they all become people. You still kill them. It's fine.
Yeah.
All's forgiven in the apocalypse. You have to understand.
Yeah.
All's forgiven.
All's forgiven in the apocalypse. Except for them lying about flus. No, I'm kidding.
Dude, yeah, we're just going through a bad flu season.
Yeah, like that's what it feels like. It feels like there's a very bad flu season. I don't know anybody that has it, but I know a lot of people who are sick right now. Like a friend of mine, his mom's sick, so he's staying away from everybody because he's taking care of her. So like, there are people who are sick, but I haven't had anybody be like, I have this disease.
Dude, I'm telling you, I fucking tried my hardest to get it.
What?
To get it, he says.
What?
I thought he was gonna say tried your hardest to find someone who was sick.
Right?
Yeah, I'm like, hey.
Always
I went
throws
to the
curveballs.
hospital. I was like outside the hospital. trying to get in.
And you couldn't get it. You couldn't get it, eh?
Have you been tested? Have you been tested?
No, seriously though. I mean, not that I tried, but I literally was like, I was in Miami, I was in LA, I was in.
Yeah, but most people don't show symptoms. So did you get tested to see if you were?
I mean, I've been back in Buffalo for 2 weeks now.
Okay.
But see, that's the thing. It's not that most people don't. See, this is where everything gets misconstrued and wrapped up, and people try to lump anything. Well, everybody's saying this, like, oh, so sometimes you don't show symptoms. No. When you're an NBA player with a crazy immune system or a big buck like Idris Elba, you don't show any symptoms. But if you're just a regular guy, you're gonna get sick, like hard.
I'm a big buck. What are you talking about? I don't get sick.
I mean, like Idris Elba, like
I got crazy immunity.
Like he's coming off of doing that Fast movie with The Rock. So they're in the best shape you could possibly be in. So he's not going to show any symptoms. So like you don't have it.
Yeah, but
like, you're not like those guys.
Yeah,
oh, never mind. You just coughed. I saw that.
There was a guy who was a guy who.
I had this cough for 2 months.
Oh fuck.
No, but it's the worst because I was flying.
Oh man.
And I'm coughing. And everybody around me is like.
Yeah.
They're like, can we just take this guy away? Can somebody just take this person to a room somewhere?
What do we do about this person?
So I was on a train,
Oh, no.
and you know how there's like the trains that like the seats that will face each other on the Amtrak sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's seats that just all go one way.
Yeah.
Well, the whole train was booked, but there's one guy in the one seat, and so I had to sit on the other side facing each other.
Oh man.
I fucking coughed. The guy got up and sat somewhere else.
Wow.
Well, this has been Talkin Mush, and this is Alex, a vector of all things coins. Oh man.
But yeah, should we wrap it?
Yeah, we
We're
can
at
wrap
6.
it. Yeah.
Man, that was incredible. You're a gem of a person to speak to.
Yeah, this is fun, man. Thanks for your time and coming on the show.
Hopefully not too many of my parents or aunts or uncles watch this.
Oh,
hey,
where'd you put it? You put it on Facebook? Where'd you post us?
You know what? Don't even worry about that.
All right.
Yeah, I posted it right on Facebook. Let me see if it's got any likes.
Well, if you're like
That's what I wanna
parents,
know.
if your parents, aunts, and uncles are seeing it, I don't think they're gonna leave any likes. I think they're just gonna leave messages, private messages,
maybe phone calls.
Yeah.
Only 2 people liked it.
Oh,
It's all right.
We're good.
You're all right, man.
I find though, like oops, I fucking didn't write that right. But I find when you post links, they never do good.
Yeah, no, they won't. They usually do better if they're live because people are like, oh, I can see something right now because it's live right now.
Well, we should have been on Facebook Live to be.
Yeah, Facebook Live. Because I had a bunch of people tune in when I was like fucking around with Vessaville for a moment. Like 3 minutes, I had like 14, 15 people tune in.
True.
Right.
But
I was on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram's not as good as I feel like Facebook Live. I was getting more traction than Instagram.
True. All right, we're getting dark here.
Yeah,
so let's wrap this up. Our lights are actually dying. The batteries. Hey, don't hang up. But we're just gonna wrap it out. Hey guys, this has been another episode of Talkin Mush. There I am. Look at my face. You can barely see my face.
Man, the lights are done.
This is. Hold on. Let's do this. Now you can see more of my face, kind of. It's been a great episode with Alex. Thanks, guys. Stay home.
Talkin Mush.
Unless you want to go outside, then go outside.